good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, good noon, good brunch, wherever you are. My name's Andrew, and we're doing some coding. Yeah! Coding today. And there's a couple of things we're going to do. I'm going to finish off our Frosthound. And we're going to try and work on the final cutscene for the, whatchamacallit? The thingamajig. The last cutscene for the Snow Peaks. What else am I doing? I am going to just doing a bit of I'm drinking my coffee. That's what I need. With my coffee. But I also need to do a little bit of hang on, this is too loud in my head. I'll bring this down here. There we go. Now I can hear myself talk, which is nice. It's always nice to hear yourself talk. And I am also going to just crank it a little bit on the stream. I suppose it's alright. Yeah, it's alright. Alright, so we're going to be doing a little bit of game dev, finishing off hopefully this zombie Frosthound that we've got going, and then probably just starting on the cutscene, maybe a bit of design around it. It's going to be a pretty hefty one, I'd say. Just going to pop in, just doing a little bit of promo at the moment, so I'll be focused in just a moment. Okay. This is a tasty coffee. Oh, I love my coffees. Rightio, let's get cranking then. So we'll just check our branch situation to start with. Over here. Git status. Are we on the right? Yeah, I think we're on the right branch there, that's fine. Alright. So I think for this one we just need to add in some audio. And I wouldn't mind checking to see why the idle animation clips don't seem to be working on the enemies. So I'm going to check that out while we're here. Maybe I'll just make a note of it if I haven't already in my sticky notes. There you go. I swear someone needs to make like a bug tracking. Oh, I've got to check that one as well, the boa clip. Yeah. Someone needs to make a bug tracking system which is just in sticky notes. I reckon it'd go nuts. Alright. What was I doing there? Yeah, I was just looking at enemy idle animations. Not working, really. Okay. I wonder if I fix that arrow. I think I might have to fix that. Actually, one thing at a time. We're going to do this. This is our goal for today. Number 1, finish Frost Hound. Number 2, fix bow bug. And then number 3, start design cutscene for end of snow biome. That's what we're going to do. That's our goal. Right. So let's just do this first one. So we'll start with the attack. So can I model this off another one that I've already got to make it a bit simpler? I think probably Oozer would work. The Oozer mini boss. Here he is. Let's just bookmark that. Alright, so Oozer. Let's have a look at his attack. It's this one. Yeah, here we go. Right, I reckon we just pretty much copy this one. Although, I think I might change the audio clips. Alright. So go to Frosthound. We'll add in a audio animation clip state. Save that. We'll go back to Oozer again. And then grab his settings here. Audio clip events. So we'll copy that. And we'll throw it over on the Frosthound here. Paste right there. So, and then we'll change his rig. These are all custom components, these ones. I've made all these myself, so if you're watching this stream and wondering where the hell these controls are, you won't find them. Unless I give them to you, which I probably won't do, because it's, I don't know, it's not polished enough. Anyway, all good. So let's see what these growls are. What's a pretty good one? Let's look at that one. I like that. That's not bad. That's not bad either. Alright, I'll grab those ones. Now when... This is obviously when he hits. We want like a break. A bone break. Like a chunk kind of thing. Kind of a... Not really. Is there like a slice sound we can use? No. Looks like a bone. Oh, she. What other break is there? A little too long. Yeah. Let's try the gore ones. Is there a short? These are all long ones. Or a short one where he's doing a big swipe. Oh, hey, Orbo. How you going? A robo? Did you just give me a follow? That's really nice, thank you. Yeah, it's going alright. I'm just trying to find a nice noise that I can use for my Frosthound when he does his strike. It's gonna be like a, you know, like he's hitting a human flesh. It's a bit awful, but I'm just trying to find a decent one. Are you here to sell me something? Here we go, that's not bad. Might think about that one. Are you here to sell me something or a robo? That's not bad either. Alright, let's just mark these down because that's a possible one. That's not bad. Ah, look, I'm not up for playing games right now, mate. Thanks for asking, though. That's too high. That's not bad. It's not bad. They're all high. I want them kind of deep. Or low or something. That's not bad. Not bad. Not too bad. That's not bad either. Oh, I got a couple there. Alright, so those ones will do for now. Go and throw those. So this one here. Gonna start. Throw that here. What else we got? This one. Throw this one in. Alright. And then one more, grab this one. Hey! Doozies. What's going on, man? You working at the moment? What's been happening, man? I've got my standing desk now, so I can stand up, which is good for my back. Oh, better anyway. My shoulder's feeling a lot better. Still not 100%, but I basically took the last week off. Upper body on the gym. I only went twice, just did all legs. Just giving it a good rest. Oh, good, man. Yeah, it's good to get back to work, man. I think whatever it is, got to do something, you know. Sort of, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but something about work. Oh, really? Burstistus. Now there's a technical term I haven't heard before. Is that actually a thing? How do you... Burstistus? What's that? Ah, small foot sack cushions bar, right. Bursitis. Okay. Oh well, Google corrected me. Information of the bursa, a small fluid filled sac that cushions joints, bones and soft tissues. Yeah, okay. Right. Wow. Did not know we had one of those, but there you go. Oh, your shop's not busy? Well, I hope it gets busier, man. This is my new zombie frost hound. I'm just fucking around with it at the moment. Wow. First time you benched in 10 months. That's crazy. Yeah. Alright, let's just see if he hits me. Yeah. Cool. That's why you're so flat-chested. Oh, man. I reckon if I was flat-chested, if I was a female, I'd just be like nothing, mate. I'd just be flat. You'd have to rely on my incredibly good looks. It needs a hit reaction as well. That's right. Mate, I'd just be staying in my room all day. Men are perverts, aren't they? It's the worst. But it's fun. Alright, I'm looking at it yet. I need a hit reaction. And probably walk as well, so we're going to get those ones. Yeah, so I've just been doing like... yeah, that's right, without a camera. Yeah, so I've been just doing legs at the gym. That's all I've been doing just because of my shoulder. Just been straight up doing like lunges. I do lunges, then I do the glute press thing. Then I do leg press. Then I do the one with the sitting hamstring one. And then my calves as well, just all legs, man, and then like a bit of, abs and shit like that, and then just nothing really on the top, just really light shit. Oh, nice. Yeah. How often do you go, man? What's your routine? Alright, so we've got... What are you doing in here? Aren't you supposed to be out getting hay for your horses, darling? Where are you really? Tell them you're going out feeding your horses. 5 days a week. Far out, man. I've been thinking about going 4 days a week, but I don't know, man. It just sort of takes my body too long to recover. I suppose I could split it up a bit. I'm probably just making excuses. Yeah, push-pull, legs, push-pull. Yeah, no, I should do that. I think 4 days is probably doable. I could probably do a Sunday afternoon, I reckon. Given I'm not doing as much with the music at the moment. But, again, there's this, right? I've got to finish this off. I've got a hell of a lot to do here. It does not stop. Alright, we're going to copy this. So what we're doing here is we're adding a hit sound. So when our new frost zombie hound, or zombie frost hound, gets hit, that he makes a noise. Audio clip. You should kind of make a bit of a growl sound. Really? Each muscle group twice a week. Oh, man. Well, I mean, my 3 day a week one. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. My 3 day a week one, I do basically the same thing 3 days a week. So I guess I'm hitting them 3 times a week. I know, I just find 3 days seems to work with it. Oh, I went and got a blood test as well. So, just because, that's pretty good. We'll use that one. Just because, like, my grandfather had prostate cancer, and my father had it as well. So I thought, I better go get blood tested and all that sort of stuff. Just to make sure I'm, healthy and shit. Ah, yeah. I should save this. I'm going to save this message. Because I'll probably end up doing that at some point. Yeah. I'm just going to send that to myself in an email so I remember that routine. Compose. Alright, cool. Hey, Crazy Oz, how you going? Yeah, so... Yeah, so I actually wasn't feeling... I was feeling fine. But I just thought, I'm getting towards my 50s now. And so... I thought... Oh, happy birthday, Crazy. 21, mate. Congratulations. Big milestone. Good on ya. What are you up to, mate? What's the what's on the cards for you today for your birthday? Oh, good. 37. Crikey, I'm old. Oh well, that's alright. I hope you enjoy your day, mate. Oops. Yeah, so I went and got my blood test done, and I got everything. Like, they took 3 vials. Like, they're just tests for everything, from bloody HIV to friggin' cancer. So they can do a test now for prostate using your blood, tests. So I got that one because I thought, make sure that's all good. They can test your liver and kidney function, all that sort of jazz. I'm friggin' like right bang. My bloods are pretty much perfect. So like everything's like in the middle of how it should be. So I was really happy about that. There was one thing though that was a little bit too much of, and he said creatine, which is what I've been eating. Now he kind of said there wasn't any major negative effects from it, but there is high levels in my body, and which makes sense because I have been taking it. So I'm actually thinking I might stop taking it, just because, why rock the boat? You know what I mean? I don't know. There's no science around it sort of saying that it's bad for you, but it's like, well, if the body's going all right and that's the only thing that's a bit of an anomaly, why not just One thing you did say though, that what you can do for muscle recovery is take like cold baths. I don't eat a lot of steak, but I do eat steak, probably once a week. I do eat a lot of meat though. That's true. Pretty much every night, and then often for lunch as well, I'll be eating meat. I do. Yeah, apparently it's in there as well, right? That's a pretty good grunt. I'll take that grunt. What other grunt have we got here? That's good. What other grunt can he have? That's a pretty good one. Okay. They do it for recovery. There you go. Yeah, I didn't know that. It's hard to know, man, what's real these days. With AI, you can just freaking write a scientific paper and bang, there you go. You know? I did cold showers. You just felt cold, yeah. I stick my head under the cold shower. I actually don't mind that in the morning. I stick my head, just turn on cold and shove my head under. It kind of wakes me up. But I haven't ventured into just turning it straight on and going full on cold. Yeah. But, yeah. I've also got the spa out there, so I can always just jump in there. That'll probably help a little bit. Which it does, you know, it feels good after going to the gym, go jump in the spa. Yeah. I think you're spot on there, Spicy. I think you're spot on. Different for different people. Whatever works for you. Yeah. Alright. Let's see if this Frost Zombie Hound. Let's see if he let's see if he cops it when I hit him. Does he do a growl? Ooh. Magnesium. There is like some like aromatherapy stuff or something you can do in my spa apparently that I haven't looked into. Alright, so if I fire off a bolt to this guy, you should kind of, that hitbox is a bit small. I think I'm going to make it a little bit wider. It's a bit hard to hit him. There you go, he made a sound then when I hit him. Yeah. Alright. Oh, thanks for that, mate. That's freaking awesome. Spicy's just sending me a routine in Discord. Yeah, he's making a noise. That's good. Slowly typing it out for me, yeah. Alright, this guy does some serious damage as well, like when he gets his go. Let's see how much damage he does. I've got my shield on, so it might mean that he may not hit me that hard, hopefully. Yeah, okay. Okay, he's looking alright. Alright, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Alright, I'll give it a go, man. I can tell you pretty much right now what's gonna kill me. What? I don't know what a triceps rope push down is. I don't even know what that is. Oh yeah, I do. It's when you stand there like that and you go like that, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, and then do the overhead one as well. Yeah. Sweet. So do you just alternate those two? The one, okay, so you got... Oh man, superset, what are you talking about, mate? I couldn't do it. It's too much. I'm knackered after 3 sets. That's it. Stick a fork in me, mate. I'm done. Alright, so... I think we're going to check this in. Because we're pretty much done with this one, which is awesome. Okay, yeah. Oh. You know what? My triceps, I don't know what it is about them, but they just friggin'... They're fine when I'm doing the exercises like that. Like I'm doing the pull downs and the overhead and stuff like that. But if I do the dips, they just seize up. Like they just... It's like they cramp straight away. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure why, but any kind of focused exercise on them, I'm fine. But dips, for some reason, just straight away seize. Like not seize, they kind of just cramp. It's like, it feels like a cramp. I don't know what it is. Snowboss 2. Feed Snowboss 2. Easy fix, you reckon? What is it? Yes, please. What is doing it? What the hell is doing it? And even, you know, when you're in the 50 bucks. What I was going to say was, you know when you're in the supermarket and you jump on the trolley and you kind of like scoot along on the trolley. Do you ever do that? I do that anyway because I'm like still a big kid. I jump on the trolley and like just, even then it friggin' seizes up. I'm like, oh, you know, can't do it. Yeah, dips cramp on triceps. Only when I'm doing dips. I don't know, everything else when I'm doing regular, you know, overhead pulls or, you know, those ones, or even the, you know, grabbing the thing and going like this, that's fine. Yeah. Prevention tip, here we go. Shoulders back, is that what it is? Or something like that. It's usually shoulders back. Don't do them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. No, it definitely works. We are going to... I'm going to fold that one in. Checking the mail. That's it. priceless advice. Alright, we're going to create this pull request. We're going to merge it in, which is good. Magnesium and stretching, eh? Yeah. I've started doing more stretching. I've been doing it. Yeah. So I've been doing those ones that you put in your video, you know, the one where you said you got stuck. So I've been doing those ones. I've been doing the ones where you put your leg up, your back leg up on the bench or whatever, and then push forward with your hips. Yeah, so I've been doing that. And yeah. I don't feel quite as sore afterwards, which is good, I think. Is that right? Or is that just in my head? Yeah, hip flexors. That's the one. Right, what am I doing here? Yeah. It's amazing. Amazing. So yeah. No, it's good. It is good. Everything is kind of better when you stretch. Warm up a little bit, you know. The other thing I've been doing is I've been what else I've been doing? That's right. I won't do I won't go straight into max. Not max, but I won't go straight into heavy weights. So I'll do like my first rep. I'll do a bit lighter. You know, maybe half the weight, a third of the weight, and then go harder for the next two, which seems to have just feel less sore in the bones and joints and shit, which is the main thing I'm worried about. My dad's had a hip operation, mum's had a knee operation, so you know, it's like that's my future. try and prevent that as long as possible. Right, so awesome, thank you, man. Thanks for all those. Mate, I'm gonna be busy. Day 1 and 4, day 3 and 6. Yeah. See, I'm thinking I might be able to do Yeah, it doesn't have to be in my future, that's right. So you gotta prevent that. I'm thinking maybe I can do another day a week, which I think might work. Let's see how we go. Okay, so I'm just reading the narration for the cutscene I'm about to do. So this is going to be after the snow biome. Spicy, who is Kaylin Aspen, has already he's already going to be doing the voiceovers for Act 1 and Act 2, and then we've got the end of Act 3, which is what I'm going to do now. Extra set on the normal leg day. Yeah, thanks for that, man. Appreciate it. A stock picture you can send Mr. Aspen. Well, Mr. Aspen is the dude who comes in and says, what do you say again? A foul beast has taken my child, or whatever the hell that is. That one. My child has been taken by a foul beast. That guy. He's the blacksmith. I've actually got a clip early on of him as well. But he's basically like a, my daughter's been taken by a foul creature. That one. So you only see him for a little, like briefly in that little cut scene, but he's a town blacksmith. So he's not. Let me say. He's pretty affluent. So he's obviously made a bit of money because he's the town blacksmith, but he's still got a little bit of grunt to him because he's obviously banging steel all day. What else can I tell you about him? Obviously a family man, a proud man, and he loves his kids. So, trying to think what else I've got in the story. Let me have a look here. Yeah, and he's kind of like, I guess he's not really, he's sort of been forced into this adventure with the mercenaries because he kind of has to, because his daughter's obviously been kidnapped. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Right. Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. Well, I mean, I could actually send you. I could also send you. Yeah, I could do this. Let me think. I could send you the cut scenes where the writing's all going, and you could put your head in the corner or whatever, and be reading the writing as your head's there, and it's showing the map and everything. So basically, if I can find a clip of it. Yeah, alright, I'm going to do that. Let me note it down. Send spicy clips of lore map cutscene. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I've got to fix a bug though here, I've just remembered. Alright, we're going to write a... we're going to write a test for it. Tests. We may even have a test for it, we just need to change this one here. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. I'd like to do that. Might play a bit of Battlefront later. Had a bit of a crack at it last week, and yeah, it's good fun. Yeah, see that bow is staying there. It shouldn't stay there when the... Yeah, it's alright, man. It's good how you can, like, you know, you can switch between... Like, you start off as kind of the grunts, and then you can kind of go up to be a Jedi or whatever during it. It's pretty cool. Alright, there's something wrong here because that bow there is not supposed to be equipped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at this equipment item tests. No worries, man. Equip item tests. This one. Yeah. So this is basically it's just adding a random player character and then equipping the item in it, but what we want to do is make sure that the previous item has been unequipped correctly. So assert that the weapon has been unequipped. Alright. Should be false. Assert that the equipped item for that slot can't be. But then I'm just going to check here. I'm going to say, I'm going to do a little, if equipped item state dot properties dot we want to check weapon subtype equals bow. Something's going on with the bows here. Hey, what's happened here? No, you can go out here. I'd already got asserted there. It's already asserted that it can get unequipped, but it's not unequipping properly. So, but before we do that, we're going to jump in here and see. Okay. That equals bow. Alright, I'm just going to go in here and say debug log bow. I'm going to put a breakpoint right there and just see whether it unequips the bow properly, because it doesn't seem to be doing that, does it? Let's be honest here. Run. Remove all breakpoints. Let's kill. All right. So, first thing we're going to do, let's run that one again. We're connected up, F5. It should break there. Although I saw it was compiling there, probably shouldn't have been compiling. Okay. Threads are running. It's certainly doing something a bit weird. It's jumping in there. Are we going to hit it? Are we going to hit that breakpoint or not? That's the question. Let's close all this other crap. Close others. Nah, what is it doing? Seriously. Alright, I'm going to be right back in just a moment. Alright, we're back, and we've hit our breakpoint, which is great. So let's step over here, see why this is not unequipping. Step into that. Alright, so it's found the child. Debo 1A, yeah. Let's see whether it disables the mesh renderer on it. Yeah. Ooh. Maybe it's got multiple mesh renderers on it. Let's have a look here. Stop. Cancel that run. This hopefully will be a pretty quick fix, I'd say. So if I go to PT Bow, I think it was called. Check out the prefabs. There we go. So it's probably got multiple mesh renderers on it, which it looks like it. There's one. There's one. Yep. This is what the problem is. So basically we're just going to have to say here we're going to have to add in a check to see if it's got mesh renderers. So if I go if child dot get components and children, now they're going to have to do the reverse as well. So get components and children, mesh renderer. We'll just do this actually. Hey, stop it. Stop it, AI. Stop it. Mesh renderer. That. Alright. And then we're also going to have to do the opposite here. But this will be true. Okay, so now hopefully that will work. So when the bow gets equipped, it checks the children and enables those as well. So theoretically that should work. Let's run our test again and make sure we're on the right breakpoint. F5, equipment tests, yep. Alright, let's let her rip. Alright. Do. Alright. Let's see if we get our bow. It should come soon. There are all the shields. That's bow. Okay, we've got our bow. Let's have a look. If I press play again, the bow should disappear. Yeah, it's working. Oh no, it's still there. I can see it. What the hell? Let's check this bow. Let's go back to the scene here and have a look at it. So there it is. What? Telling me the skin mesh render is... Oh, okay, that's another one. Why is... So the bow does seem to be equipping and unequipping now, but he seems to be able to put the shield on as well. I'm not sure if that's actually a problem, because you can't have a bow and a shield at the same time. So I think we might be safe. As long as the bows don't compound and you have multiple bows, should be alright. I think I'm going to call that fixed. Yeah, I think I'm going to call that fixed. Yep. Alright, let's check that in anyway. Well, maybe we should play it for a little bit. Yeah, all good, thanks. Cheers, man. Thanks for hanging about. What am I doing here? Alright. Should be okay. Should work. Actually, what I'll do is I won't play this. I'll run the whole equipment item tests to make sure that works okay. Alright. So let's run those tests, eh? Run all of these ones. Just make sure our tests, all of our equipment is getting equipped and unequipped correctly. Oh, excuse me. It's looking pretty good. Alright. Nothing's overlapping. Everything's looking pretty good. Yep. Pretty happy with that. Alright. Oh, I'm going to be sitting, standing up long enough now. I'm going to just bring this down and have a seat. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, while I'm here, I'm doing this. Alright, I'm just doing a little bit of typing over here. Just checking this. Oh, cool. Good, mate, good. I'm just running through the equipment item tests at the moment because we fixed a bug where the bow wasn't quite unequipping properly, so you ended up with like 6 bows. You hold like 6 bows, which is not great. Unless you like multiple bows. Yeah, so we're just running through all the equipment tests. Excuse me. He's still at work, mate? Hey, Spoolie! What's going on, man? Mate, I had the friggin' craziest day yesterday. Let me tell you about the day that I had. I was at work, right? Prince, cream, get on top. That one. Yeah, I was yesterday. My wife's, well, Bree, you all know Bree. She went to. She's just started full-time work in the city, right? Hey, I'd be happy to be a prince at my age. That'd be awesome. Anyway, I took the missus to work. Diamonds and Pearls, there you go. Never heard of Brie? Yep. Took her to work. She's just started a full-time job working in the city at the moment. In there, like, it's full-time for a month, and then you can work from home after that. Anyway, that's beside the point. I took her in there, 7 o'clock. Go back, and this was yesterday, I'm thinking, all right, Friday night spa, that'll be good. The usual cocktails. Anyway, so I get there, and I get home, and I thought, all right, I opened up the cover of the spa, and it smelt a little bit, kind of, the water wasn't great, You have to change it every 6 months or so. So I'm thinking, all right, I better change it. It's pretty rank. I'll flush it all out, clean it all out, and then it'll be heated up, ready for tonight. So I go down, and I'm opening the little valve down the bottom where you let the water out. And I noticed that there's like the concrete slab that it's sitting on. I noticed like a bit of erosion, and obviously the water had pooled around that area just through rain or whatever, and it was actually going underneath the slab of the spa, because it's got a little slab it sits on, and I could put my whole arm under there, and I'm like, shit, this isn't good, because like if water gets under there, it's going to feed out all of the... Hey, Spoolie, thanks, man. Thanks for the sub. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I'm like, this is not good, and I could fit my whole, and there was like a gap of probably, it's about that wide by about that long, so maybe 20-30 centimeter kind of gap under it. Oh mate, please don't be sorry. Thanks for look, man, I really appreciate it. It's all going back into this game development, so thank you. Yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking, shit, this isn't good, because what would happen is after a while it would basically erode the whole bottom underneath the slab, and the slab would collapse, and that'd be the end of the spa. So I'm thinking, fuck, what am I going to do? And I'm like sort of person, when I see something like that, I've got to fix it straight away. I just dropped off Bree. I'm working, so I got to take the kids to school and everything as well. So what I did was, I took my daughter to school. On the way back, went to Bunnings. The other thing that happened was the little plug that I had that to drain the spa was the wrong one, so I had to go buy a new one of those. So I thought, all right, I'll drain the spa. That'll take the pressure off the slab, and I can relax a little bit. So I come back, and it was I needed another connection. It's like shit. So in the meantime, I thought, bugger it. I started digging a trench all the way along the side of the slab. This is in between meetings, so I'm like, I go into the meeting, I'm like, hey guys, how you going? Yeah, today we're doing this, and let's plan all this out, and blah, 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 and then run out there, dig, come back in, and then we do blah, blah, blah. So I'm just freaking, it was crazy. I'm running in, and it was just, it was nuts. So anyway, what I did was, I dug out a whole trench about that deep all the way along. I then, at lunchtime, I went up to Bunnings, grabbed like 2 bags of this kind of crushed rock shit, and I'm shoving that underneath where the hole is with sort of dirt and crushed rock, just to get it all, and jamming it in with the hammer. Jammed all that in. Then I laid down a little bit of crushed rock, and then I bought an ag pipe as well, put an ag pipe down, plastic underneath that, covered all over with dirt, and it was all done by the time I'd finished. But crikey, that was nuts. Anyway, that was my day yesterday. Freaking insane. Alright, fix the bow bug, which is good. think we're good. Yeah, it's like it was. Yeah, it's kind of like this. Really kind of not finely crushed, but kind of about maybe 5 mil. You did nothing. Perfect. That's what I wanted my day to be like, doing nothing. How's the networking business going, Spoolie? You seem to be working a lot, but not making much money. What's going on, mate? It's running your own business. That's what it is, isn't it? You don't make any money running your own business. All you do is work your ass off. Retail therapy. Yes, a bit of window shopping. It's always fun. It's hard these days, man. I'm really concerned for my kids, to be honest. Like, it's hard. Like, everything's so fucking expensive. And wages have not gone up in the last 10 years, really. They've not gone up in the last 10 years. Right. That's good, man. Yeah. Yeah, I just think it's really freaking difficult for younger people these days. I mean, I think back to... I mean, admittedly, I was doing more senior roles 10 years ago. But still, I mean, I'm not that far off. I'm like, what? I kind of gave up the sort of full people leadership management roles about a bit over a year ago now. No, less than a year ago. About a year ago now. And I'm only like one. I went back to coding and just some people leadership now. And I'm not earning a lot more than what I was when I was working for NAB, a bank. I think it's all the way across. I just don't think. Let's have a look at real. Is there freaking stats on this shit? Or am I just talking shit here? Let's have a look at some stats. Real wage growth in Australia. We've got a chart. What the hell's this? Yeah, see, it's like... I'm fucking right. Look, 10 years ago. It hasn't changed. It's been falling in the last... Yeah, 2011 levels. Bang. See, I'm not talking shit. This is actual truth. So basically the amount of money you were making 10 years ago is pretty much the same as what it is now in terms of what you can buy. Yeah, all the charts are saying exactly the same thing. Yeah. So basically we were better off in the 2000s. I wonder if there's a longer history one. We're all better off in the noughties, as they say. Oh, HR. HR are the worst, mate. I'm telling you. I remember when I was at a rather large energy polluter, the largest energy pollution company in Australia. So you can guess who that is. I remember I was working for them, and So in my team, they were mostly contractors. So I would pay them, they'd be paid pretty well, but you don't get the sick leave, you don't get holiday pay. If you take a day off, then you don't get paid. Those sort of things, right? You don't get benefits essentially as a contractor. And so you'd pay them pretty well. That was nothing exorbitant. It was, what you'd expect from a large corporation. Anyway, a lot of the corporations now, which I think is also bullshit, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh, it's bullshit. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, and so I got these contractors, paid fairly. And what the big companies do is, after a while, once they've got a lot of contractors, they try and convert them to permanent or get rid of them. And the excuse that they use is they will say, "Oh, we don't want them to claim benefits because there's this taxation sort of fair work thing saying that if someone's coming to a place of work, there's a whole lot of criteria around it, but basically they're saying that if we're basically employing you, all right." There's a difference between a contractor and a full-time work, and the reason why they do that is for the people who are getting exploited, like delivery workers, Uber, and all that sort of people. They would contract them and not give them benefits, which is fair enough, right? I understand that. But these people are being paid pretty well. They don't want to go to full-time because they like the flexibility of it. But the state government's just like, nah, sorry, they're supposed to be full-time employees. Anyway, it's bullshit. The whole thing's bullshit, because why can't I just sign something saying, sorry, I'm okay with losing my benefits? Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent here, but basically we had to convert all of these people from contract into wages, and they were all reporting to me, right? So they're like, "No, Andrew, I don't want to do it. I'm happy. I'm being paid as a contractor. It's all sweet." And anyway, so I went to HR and thought, all right, I'll try and see what I can do. Immediately, they're on the side of the company, which is fair enough. But like, HR is supposed to, God forbid you have that. HR is supposed to be on the side of the employee, right? And like, so I negotiated with these people a fair wage, the ones that wanted to get to move across. And I went to HR and I said, "Rightio, I've got this guy, he's on $1,000 a day. We're going to move him across to be, $160,000 a year, right? From $1,000 a day. If you do the maths and all, include all the benefits, it's about right." And then as soon as I did that, like, I went to HR, they're like, "Oh, no, we want to pay him $140. And I'm like, I've just negotiated this deal with him. Like, it's a great deal. Like, it's about right in terms of the prices. But they just kept coming at me saying, "No, cut it down the amount we have to pay him." And I'm like, meanwhile, they're making, $500 million profit, and growth's, going through the roof and shit like that. They just kept trying to cut it back, and I'm like, this is not going to work. And then eventually, they just started to leave, all my best contractors. You'd think HR would turn around and go, all right, that sounds good. We don't have to train up other people. We don't, we want to keep the team engaged, and as a, I don't know. Anyway, I'm fucking over that now, as you can tell. It's hard for me to even talk about it. Let's get sick of it. But then there's the other side of the coin. Yeah, you want monkeys paying peanuts. The other side of the coin is the WorkSafe. You've got a conspiracy. No, it's all right. It's all good. Oh, actually, I was just going to say, there's the other side of the coin with the WorkSafe, right? This is why I need to wait until I can make a bunch of money before I employ people. And the reason why is because you've got to pay this WorkSafe thing. It's like 30 grand a year or some shit. It's crazy the amount of money you got to pay. And like most of the people I would employ in Covine would be just sitting in front of a computer doing nothing. Like, not doing nothing, but you know what I mean? They're not going to be out there friggin', operating cranes and shit. What I would do is I'd pay you fairly, man, for your work, which I hope I do. Actually, I probably don't pay you fairly at the moment. But when I have proper money, I'll proper pay you fairly. I believe in a full day's work for a full day's pay. Or fair day's work, fair day's pay. You worked for IAG. I worked for IAG as well. Ah, yeah. I did. I actually worked for, so there's IAG, and then they've got they own a bunch of insurances, right? Insurance companies. Anyway, so I did the dirty on. I can't remember. I remember that one. But I'll tell you a story about IAG when I was there, right? This was a bit shit, right? So I was there for about a year. Anyway, and I've made a few friends there. Obviously it wasn't too bad. And it was actually CGU, so IAG owns CGU. Anyway, so we were building this system, which was basically, it's an automated way of calculating premiums on your insurance, right? And we'd almost finished the project, so I got very close. But in the meantime, there's this company called ThoughtWorks, right? They're like a body shop. Now, what a body shop means is basically they have a bunch of engineers and they run around to big corporations and ask them, say, basically what it is, they go in there and they say, we've got a bunch of these engineers. You're paying these guys, $2 million a month. We will take our employees and we'll give you them for $1.5 million a month. So they go in there and they just undercut and they say they're better and all this sort of shit, right? Anyway, so that happened there, right? And they came in and said, "Oh no, we can deliver this project quicker. We can get it all done for you in X amount of times. No worries, just give us the money." And so what happened was, it was really quick. The whole thing, how it all happened. We rocked up there on the Monday. And there was balloons everywhere. Balloons and cakes and like we rocked up to our desk and there was a little cupcake there, a little card, and basically it was like they just changed the brand of IAG then. It was like probably 2010 or 11 or something like that. They just changed the branding. They had a new branding day, so it was this new brand. We had these little cupcakes there, And then we started to hear these people being called up to like a different level on the floor. And we're going, "Oh, what's going on here?" Anyway, so we all, they said, "Oh, we're having a team meeting." So we all rocked up there. and they're like going, oh, it's been, it's a new brand, and they're talking about how fabulous the new sort of brand's going to be, and how it's all going to be great fun, and and we're all looking to a new future. And then right at the end of the speech, they're like, oh, and by the way, unfortunately, there's going to be 100 of you that'll be let go today. But anyway, we're going to have a great, it was like, everyone was like, what? What are you talking about? Let go. It was like they just said it really quickly. And we're like, okay. Anyway, so we rock back to our desks, and then, like, one at a time, a person would be called up to this kind of area, like a different floor, put into a room, and then told that they're fired. And then they come back down to where we are, and they go, oh, I've lost my job, And it kept happening to all these people around me. And I'm like, and then they're like, people are going, oh yeah, he's off to the departure lounge, that guy's he's going off to the departure lounge. And we're all getting fired one by one. And we called it we had the cupcakes. We called them the redundancy cupcakes, because everyone was getting made redundant or getting fired. And it got to my turn, and I walked up there, and I'm going to get fired for sure, yep, no worries. And I get up there, and he's like, oh, actually, you're not on my list, Andrew, so, yeah, no, it's all good. I'm thinking, why the hell did you call me up here for? Anyway, so I go back down. I was a tech lead at that point, and I had a boss as well, and he didn't get fired either. But, yeah, I got back down, and like it was just basically myself and my boss, and that was it. And we had this massive project that we were working on. Everyone else had been fired, like the whole team. We're talking, 20, 30 of our team had just gone. And so I kind of sat there, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? I don't know. And I went to my boss. I said, oh, what do we do? He's like, oh, I'm not sure. He was off with the fairies, didn't know what was going on. I sat around for 3 days, and nothing was happening. Then I walked into the head of guy, and I sat down and I said, do you really need me? Do you really need me? Why am I here? I'm not sure, And in the end, he just like agreed with me and said, all right, we don't need you anymore. I said, okay, I'm going. Not left. But I thought that was pretty shit, the way they handled that. In RMA, eh? Yeah, good riddance to them, mate. It was pretty crazy though what they did. I mean, who gives you a whole bunch of balloons and cupcakes and then fires you on that day? Come on. Let's be honest here. Yeah, that's right. They do. They do, Spicy. But, anyway, that's not my... I'll show you a Reddit post that I did. I fucking hate Reddit, but anyway. I'm going to show you a Reddit post that I did that people complained about, mostly. But, it's the truth. Let me show you. Where am I? Here we go. This is my... Okay, guys. This is my Oh yeah, do your conspiracy, and then we'll do your conspiracy, and then I'll do the Reddit post. I reckon I know what the conspiracy is, but alright, where am I? So here we go. Small independent store up against big warehouse style stores. That's exactly right. Recently, a WPI has just gone up 20 for us to buy. So RRP will be 104.95 for 22 services. So 22, wow. That's the whey protein, is it? It's gone up another 20 bucks. So it'd be 104 bucks for 22 serves. So that's like $7 a serve or something. Yeah, whey protein. No, less than that. No, yeah, $5 a serve. How can a small store like mine continue to buy these things? You can't. Large stores can, that's right. Because you've got buying power, more. Look, man, best-selling product over the last 4 years is now going up $10. So 95 for 25 serves. Yeah, nah. I think you're a victim of exactly the same thing that large what's it called? Retailers, like Woolies and Coles. Like if you're a small fruit and veg shop, you're pretty much screwed. All right. I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think it's 100% true. And the reason why, when you're saying, you said something about debt, right? Did you say something about debt, or did I just make that up in my head? So, big companies, massive companies, they want to be in debt. That's what they want. They want to be in a lot of debt, and they don't want to make a lot of profit. It's because of tax. I actually don't want to make any profit. Like, I think at one point, Amazon made $1 profit for the whole year. They got paid no tax. So that's what they do. And then they can just sell everything low, cheap prices, flood the market, and kill off the competition. I think that's pretty. Yeah, I'm saying I don't think it's a conspiracy at all. I think it's exactly what happens. I think it's a fact. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly. You can't compete with them. You cannot compete with them. Which sucks. The other one I think is, you know, to a certain extent, probably I've said it before, but online, you know, like Amazon, those sort of things, they'll be part of your competition as well. Yeah. You know, it sucks, man. Yeah. Well, mate, you got to do something else. Do something you love. You know what I mean? Maybe you love doing that. I know. Do you love doing that sort of thing, the retail side of it? I think you just got to do what you love, man. Because, like, think about it. There's a great quote that Mike sent me. Right, I'm gonna get this quote out, and I'm gonna read it out. Where is it? I'm gonna try and find it. It's gonna take me a bit to find it, but will definitely find it at some point once I can learn how to navigate shit. Here we go. That's got to go up there. Might be here. Somewhere. Damn it. Oh, you always wanted to, yeah. That's good. I always thought I wouldn't mind owning a store for like. I'd like to make a what's it called? Like a computer store. I wouldn't mind owning like a hardware store. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, we've got around to it. All right, here we go, man. This is the quote I'm going to read right here that Mike the pirate sent me. He said, "And all the time that thing is coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. That great thing, the success you're working for. Then you wake up one day, about 40 years old, I'm a bit older than that, and you say, 'My God, I've arrived. I'm there.' And you don't feel any different from what you've always felt. Look at the people who live to retire, to put those savings away, and then when they're 65, they don't have any energy left. They're more or less impotent. And they go and rot in some old people citizens community because we simply cheated ourselves the whole way down the line. But if we thought of life by an analogy with a journey, with a pilgrimage, which had a serious purpose at that end, and the thing was to get to that thing at the end, success or whatever it is, or maybe heaven after you're dead, but we missed the point the whole way along. It was a musical thing, and you're supposed to sing or dance while the music was being played." I reckon that's a good quote. I think a lot of people do that. They work in shit jobs they don't like, and they get to like 65, and then they're too exhausted to do anything, and they've got no hobbies, they've got no, you know, just existing. I think that's a good quote. All right. Now I'm going to show you my dream studio. Here we go. A Reddit post that I made because I'm dumb and I put it on Reddit. Here it is. This is my Reddit post. My dream game studio culture. All right. This morning on my walk, I came up with what I'd like my work week to be at my new game studio. One can dream, right? Oh, okay. Are you good now, man? I'm going to read it again, just for you, Spicy. Alright, here it is. Quote from Mike. And all the time that thing is coming, it's coming, it's coming. That great thing, the success you're working for. Then you wake up one day about 40 years old and you say, my God, I've arrived, I'm there. And you don't feel very different from what you've always felt. Look at the people who retire, who live to retire, to put those savings away. And when they're 65, they don't have any energy left. They're more or less impotent. And they go and rot in some old people's home. Because we simply cheated ourselves the whole way down the line. Because we thought of life by an analogy with a journey, with a pilgrimage, which had a serious purpose at the end. And the thing was to get to that thing at the end. Success or whatever it is, maybe heaven after you're dead. But we missed the point all the way along. It was a musical thing. And you're supposed to sing or dance while the music was being played. I love that quote. What does it mean? Well, it means, don't waste your time. Enjoy. Do the things you love. Alright, now I'm going to show you my Reddit post that I made. I've actually got a lot of views. Got 9,500 views, which I was pretty stoked about. It was the usual Reddit friggin'... Yeah, live the way you want to. That's exactly right. Got a few miserable friggin' quotes on it. Miserable Reddit quotes, as you usually get, with the miseries that are on Reddit. But anyway, this is my dream studio, right? So, this morning, went on my walk, came up with what I'd like my work week to be. So from 9 to 10, it's personal, miserable. That's right, 75% of Reddit is miserable. So this is what's going to happen in the studio, Spicy. This is what's going to happen, right? From 9 to 10, it's personal health time, right? When you rock up to work. You don't have to rock up to work, actually. I'll get to that in a second. But from 9 till 10, personal health time. So you can, go for a walk, you can go hit the gym, do some meditation, or grab a coffee with someone and have a chat, social kind of catch up. And then at 10 o'clock, we have a short stand-up. Find out, talk to people what we worked on yesterday, and what you'll be doing today. And if you're stuck, we can help each other out. And then after that, it's work time, right? Yeah, you don't have to have any meetings, no unnecessary meetings or no micromanagement. I'm not tapping on your shoulder the whole time. Nobody's tapping on anyone's shoulder, telling them what to do. It's just working together. We'd mostly work remote, right? Or if you wanted to work on site, that'd be fine. You can do that as well. So we'll have a little building, at least one floor. And then every Friday, we'll come to the studio, right? And it wouldn't be for meetings, but it'd be to invite people into our big gaming room to test all the new features and give us feedback. So we'd have like beers and people rocking in, playing games. And if we didn't have anything to test there, we'd just play games, right? On the Friday afternoon. We'd be working on multiple projects. So I reckon about 3 at once would be cool. So you'd be able to do different things in different projects if you're interested in you know, I don't know, marketing, or you wanted to look at voiceovers, or you wanted to look at acting, or whatever the hell you wanted, you could sort of, there's opportunities to learn, you know. There'd be no hard deadlines. Quality would come first, right? That would be the most important thing. If there was something wrong, if there was a problem, we fix the problem. We don't point fingers at people. We just, you know, there's no blaming. It's just straight up, you know, challenges, obstacles to get over. Every decision would stay within the team as well. So there'd be no outside people coming in going, you should use this technology, or you should be using this particular, you know, way of working, whatever. Nah. All the decisions would stay within the team. We'd learn together. We'd win together, or we'd lose together. That would be it. And we'd have about 20 people. I reckon, as I've said before, 20 people. Everyone will get paid well and have the freedom to pursue whatever excites them. That's what I reckon would be the best little setup. And then you had the typical whinging friggin' Reddit. Oh yeah, 3 projects that never finish. 20 people of average studio makeup quickly adds about 1 to 2 million yearly in pay. I'm not even going to get into marketing, testing, polishing and overhead. There's reasons the game industry is plagued by crunch and bad working conditions. A tiny margin of games is good, and I'm even tinier is profitable. I have a friggin' sook, bro. There was some... this guy goes, genuine question, and I don't take this as an attack. Have you ever worked in an office setting? I'm like, fuck, dude. You got no idea, man. You have no idea where I've worked. Zero idea. Anyway. And this guy goes, so I have to wake up early just to drive to the office and do nothing for an hour, then do a team meeting, and you say no one says necessary team meetings. This guy... and like, at least a couple of them are like, check out paragraph 4 where it says, you know, what did I say? We'd work remotely most of the week. Anyway, having a big sook. Everybody's having a sook, man. And there's one guy who's like, I don't think what you're proposing is actually that crazy. All you're proposing is a 4-day work week, which has been demonstrated to increase productivity. No deadlines might be tricky if you're getting funding from outside investors. Yeah, I should do voiceovers for sooks. I'll be good at it. But it's just like, come on, man. Come on, guys. I mean, it's a bit of a dream. And all these people do is they just friggin' shit all over it, you know? Anyway. Fuck 'em, mate. I'm just going to do it anyway. And then I can go back to this post later on and go, see? You're wrong. Anyway. Yeah, so anyway. Anyway, that's going to be that is going to be my studio. That's my goal. It's a lofty goal, but I like lofty goals. And on that note, I'm going to take a bit of a break, Yeah. They are miserable. People just like to put other people down, I think. That's just what they just feel good. It makes them feel, makes them feel good. But fuck 'em, I say. I'm going to do my shit. I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be fun. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. Alright, should we go and raid someone? What do you think? I might be on a bit later, actually. Doing my shit wrong, that's right. I'll have a look, see who's online. See if we can raid for a bit of fun. Alright. What are we looking at here? Yep. We haven't raided Platinum God for a while. Should we raid Platinum God just for a bit of a laugh? Alright. Alright, thanks for hanging out, man. I'm going to be on probably later on, I think. I might jump on and play a bit of Battlefield, see how we go. Anyway. I'll do this over here because it's a bit weird. God. Gaming. Oh, games. Alright. Catch you later, bro.